Now the Clark power plant over there is something that our council is likely to weigh in on very soon. There's a movement starting up to try to save the Clark plant, and that's something that our council is very interested in. Angela Bellantone is going to come talk to us in the next few weeks, but it's something that we have some concerns about. Not only from the perspective of jobs, but also from the perspective of what it will do to the local power rates if the Clark plant is actually shut down, and also what it will do to the redundancy for the local prisons, but particularly the supermax. And that's a big concern for us. We don't want to see those facilities, in particular the supermax, without power for an extended period of time. That's a very big issue and a very big concern to the city of Florence. There's a company out there, a viable company with a viable plan to restart the Clark plant, or to keep the Clark plant going and do it in a much more environmentally conscious way, and they can keep our rates, help keep our rates down, but also give that redundancy to the local jail systems, and we see no negatives, and so we're definitely going to be on board and are on board in terms of pushing for the Clark plant to stay open, and I think that's going to end up being a really big topic over the next couple of months, because the city, our understanding is Cañon City and the county commissioners and ourselves, we're all going to be on board. We don't have Cañon City has I can't remember the exact designation, but they have the ability to choose, where their electricity comes from. We don't. We're a smaller city. We don't have that same ability, but we're still going to weigh in on it, and we're going to be partnering with Cañon City and the county commissioners to do everything we can to help save that facility. Again, it's jobs, and it's keeping electricity rates down are important for our citizens, they're important for our economy, they're important for our economic development activities, and they're important for our protection in terms of DOC facilities. So that's a huge priority for us. I just think that the net benefit to the community, to Cañon City, to Florence, to all of us, is much better to keep it as a plant, particularly in a cleaner, greener, and supposedly quieter format. So I think that there's a lot of positives to it, and it's just to enjoy the lifestyle that we have. We also have to be able to keep costs reasonable and have a reasonable amount of viable jobs. And for me, that's a huge issue, that when we, that plant is not only some jobs, but it's also the lower cost of electricity and so on. And I just think it's really important for our community to try to keep, at least try. If it fails, well, then maybe there's some other, then at that point, yeah, let's come up with the best possible uses. But the other problem with it is that it sounds as if, there's going to be a tremendous cost even at just mitigating what's already there. Why not try to have it be generating some profits to help pay for that mitigation? Yeah, they put an RFP out for scrapping it, and I think it really needs some community dialogue, and if in the end the community wants to go a direction different than what I believe, I'm okay with that, but I'd like to see some good dialogue before that scrapping begins. Community cleanup going on in Florence this month, and we have our city garbage folks are going out. If people put small enough bundles in terms of their branches and that kind of stuff, or anything else they want thrown out, we'll take that. It turns out that even stuff we can't necessarily handle, the scrappers will come and help us get a lot of that metal and that kind of stuff out of there. So if people have something that they need to get rid of and want to clean up in the community, we are very interested in helping them. We will make it happen. We have volunteer groups all over town who are willing to go out and help individuals who want their property to be cleaned up but can't do it themselves. So we're very active in that. We don't have a plan right now necessarily specific to the river, but everywhere else in the community we're working on, and we're very open to working with folks to help do things on the river, and that's a great asset that Florence hasn't really utilized at this point, and so we want to put our best foot forward from the river side of things as well.